It's Garen Randy back with you at SportsCenter AM on a Sunday. A victory Sunday for the Chicago Bears. These were the Bear necessities. Down 3 after chipping away at that Packer lead in the fourth quarter. We flash you back. Same two teams, Week 16, in overtime, same field even. And this was Caleb Williams. He didn't want a piece. He didn't want field goal range. He wanted the whole thing. Found DJ Moore. Go DJ. Because that's my DJ. 46 yards for a guy who's never been to the playoffs. Has not had a winning record in his NFL career until this season. And then back to last night. It's winning time. Less than 2 minutes to go. Caleb, a double move. Great ball. Great route from Moore, who's in. Caleb 361 through the air. That's a Bears playoff record in his first career playoff game. Here's how it sounded, Chicago radio.
Caleb with a double move, throw down the left sideline. DJ Moore inside the 5, end zone, touchdown, touchdown Bears. They've taken the lead on the Packers with 1:43 to go. Wow. Wow. Say it again. Wow.
Bears get 25 points in the fourth quarter to get this comeback win. They're grading the cheese.
He brought cheese.
Moore said a win's a win, but it's even better when we play the Packers. Here's Kimberly Martin with more from Chicago.
Caleb Williams walked into the Bears locker room with a cheese grater hat on his head and a smile on his face. In his playoff debut, he and the Bears delivered another dramatic comeback win. And Williams sent a clear message to the rival Packers in the process. Quote, "We're here and we're going to be here for a while." Now, despite being down 21-3 at halftime, the Bears remain undaunted, clawing their way back to set the stage in front of a crowd Williams described as electric. "We keep fighting," said head coach Ben Johnson. "That's who we are. That's what we do. It's our identity at this point." Now, Williams said their poise under pressure is, quote, "no fluke," but the quarterback, who now has 11 passing touchdowns in the fourth quarter of the season, stressed that in the playoffs, they can't afford to get behind every game. But just in case they do, don't count out the Cardiac Bears. "If the game comes down to the last 2 minutes, I believe in us," said Williams. "Until the clock hits 0, we've got a pretty good shot."
Coach Herm Edwards is here to weigh in. Coach, what'd you make of Caleb Williams in that playoff debut?
Spectacular. Must-watch TV. When you think about Chicago Bears, this whole season, they find a way in the fourth quarter to just have this tremendous focus. And then the quarterback, probably the best right now in the league, playing off schedule. I mean, he can play off schedule, how he can contort his body and make accurate throws down the field. It's just fun to watch. I mean, you knew last night when they were behind, it's not over. They're going to find a way, and the fourth quarter showed up, and the Bears found a way to win the football game.
Okay, well, part of being great at comebacks in the fourth quarter is what happens quarters 1 through 3,
Correct.
where you fall behind. What stood out to you about the Bears' defense yesterday?
Well, their best asset is taking the ball away. They have 33 takeaways. They got one last night, but I thought they brought pressure in the second half on Love. Didn't allow him to get comfortable in the pocket and got after him some. You know, didn't sack him a lot, but hit him and made him speed his clock up. Quarterback wants to sit comfortable in the pocket. When you speed their clock up, they can't get to that third or second read, and that's what the Bears did a good job of last night defensively.
Jordan Love, 4 passing touchdowns, 0 interceptions, just the third quarterback in NFL history to lose a playoff game, putting up those kind of numbers.
The Bears.
That's Herm Edwards. Back with Coach in just a moment.
Randy Scott, Gary Strikes back with you on SportsCenter. This is what starts off wild card weekend. Rams down 31-27 with Matt Stafford, 53 career game-winning drives in the fourth quarter or overtime, most among active quarterbacks. This is what Stafford said before that Rams drive.
I walked behind Tay on the way out and was like, before that last drive, I forget what I said to him, but I was like, let's go snatch these guys. You know, like, let's go snatch this one back, man. Let's go.
I think he said, let's go snatch these guys' hearts. And that was pretty cold. That was pretty cold.
Cold-blooded. 2 minutes left. Rams down 31-27 after Bryce Young led a scoring drive at Stafford. To the man you just saw, Devontae Adams, 13 targets. Puka Nacua had 18 targets. Speak of the man. 2 plays later, 2nd and 4. Near midfield, Puka Doncic, 18-yard pickup. Took a big hit. Rams still driving. A minute left. 2nd and 10 from the Carolina 30. It's Stafford to Kanote Bumpfield, 11-yard completion for the first down. The Rams, double-digit road favorites against the Panthers team who kind of snuck into that NFC South spot. Stafford, back shoulder, Colby Parkinson, go-ahead score. This is how it sounded on Rams radio.
Stafford has it, helmet high, settles his feet, shoots right side, leaping catch, touchdown LA! Wow! At the front, right pylon, an absolute dot from Stafford, and the try coming.
He can still spin it, man. 300 yards, 3 scores. Rams, they move on. Lindsay Theory was there, and she has more.
Multiple Rams players told me they knew when they looked up at the clock, down 4, with 2:39 to play and 3 timeouts, that Stafford would come through. Puka Nacua saying, there's very few places I'd rather be than out there with number 9. Kyron Williams saying, when I see 9 tap into Matthew Stafford, it's dope. I asked Stafford what he felt on the field during his game-winning drive. Stafford grinned, telling me he felt calm and steady. Adams smiled, saying, that's MVP stuff.
Maybe so. Would be his first as Coach Herm Edwards joins the program.
I think he might have solidified it yesterday.
What'd you see exactly,
comeback.
Coach? What'd you see exactly?
I saw a quarterback that the moment was never too big. And let me tell you something.
Sure.
Not only the way he played, Bryce Young matched him.
Come on.
Bryce Young played well yesterday.
He's a fourth quarter
But it
quarterback.
took everything out of Matthew Stafford to win this football game. And I thought in the fourth quarter it was special. And a play that doesn't get talked about a lot, their first score before they made the final score to win it.
Okay.
Nacua made the play of the game. It was going to be an interception, and he knocked it down from the defender.
Yeah.
Or they don't get a chance to win this game. The little things like that matter, but Matthew Stafford was magnificent.
2 touchdowns for Nacua, double digits in receptions, but it's the plays that don't show up in the box score. However, the Rams had to claw their way back. They were double-digit favorites, supposed to go in this game and handle business easy. So that being said, does anything concern you now? Because the competition doesn't get any easier the deeper you get into the playoffs, and the Rams are advancing.
We watched Bryce Young have one of his better days against a Rams secondary.
Yeah.
They couldn't cover those receivers. I mean, they literally couldn't cover them. They had no answer. They were open all day. They were working them. Anything they wanted to do, they could throw the ball. When they did not put pressure on Bryce Young, he played well. I mean, he was outstanding.
Yeah.
They could have won this game. But the problem is they gave Matthew Stafford the ball back in the fourth quarter with 1:34 seconds left or something like that on the clock. It was too much time. You knew Matthew Stafford was going to go down. But if they would have killed the clock, we wouldn't be talking about the Rams right now. We'd be talking about.
We joked a lot about 37-year-old Stafford, missed a lot of the early parts of the season because he's dealing with sore back. But that gray beard, that gray hair, that 2 decades of experience, that's exactly what you want when you're in the second season right now.
He is very calm.
Yeah.
You could just tell he was very he was at ease in this situation. On the road.
Yeah.
Knowing that I got to take him down for it. When Carolina took the lead in the fourth quarter and he came off that bench, you could just look in his eyes. He says, we're going down there. We're going to find a way to win this game.
Let's go snatch their hearts.
Yeah.
That's what he said. This is Coach hanging out with us all morning. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Adam Schefter joins us now in any year when John Harbaugh is gone from the Ravens. Certainly anything can happen here. Schefty, the Packers lost their final 5 games of the season. What can you tell us about LaFleur's future?
Well, Hannah, there already have been discussions between Matt LaFleur and the Packers about extending him. But obviously, there's still a lot up in the air, and there was going to be a lot up in the air until after the season ended, and it ended last night. And so with him having 1 year left on his contract, it does become a question of whether the Packers want to extend him or whether they want to move on from him. If they were to move on from him, if they made that decision, I think they would be doing it with the idea that the name Harlan is royalty in the Green Bay area. Harlan, Brian Harlan, also happens to be the agent that represents John Harbaugh. And so they would have to make the decision that this would be something that they would be willing to do. We've heard a lot of talk from about a lot of different teams. This is something that Green Bay has to decide here in the coming days, very shortly, about whether they want to jump in or whether they want to keep a coach who's been as successful as Matt LaFleur. Their decision, that belongs to Ed Policy.
Yeah, listen, 76-40-1 in the regular season. Everybody can see that topic bar below you, 3-6 in the playoffs. Yeah, Schefty, one more thing.
But I do want to say, again, that would make the coaching cycle spin even faster because all of a sudden, Now, just like it changed once John Harbaugh was brought into the cycle, if Matt LaFleur is brought into the cycle, these other teams also would be lining up to hire him.
And what if Mike Tomlin was brought into the cycle? I mean, we may not be done with this, and it just feels like an epic year in terms of that coaching carousel, potentially. All right, Schefter, we'll get back to you with some key injuries today. We got to talk more about last night, though. So let's go over to BC and the fellas.
Yeah, Hannah, here with Damian Woody, of course, Herm Edwards. You heard Adam Schefter here. Give me your quick thoughts here. What do you think, Green Bay?
Look, Adam knows he's more tied in than I am, but all of a sudden, 8 coaches, if he's one that is dismissed, who's taking all these jobs? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
What do you think, Big Wood?
Taking all these jobs.
If you're Green Bay, you start thinking about Matt LaFleur?
Listen, I think Hannah said it perfectly. If Baltimore can dismiss John Harbaugh in anybody's game in this type of situation, we just know the atmosphere in the NFL. Like, these owners, they want results now. They want championships now. So we'll see.
Okay. You know what drives this? We always say it's the owners. It's not the owners. It's the fan bases when you have a coach that stays too long.
Interesting. Let's talk about this game. Coach, how did the Bears pull off this comeback, in your opinion?
Well, it's real simple. Get it into the fourth quarter and play from behind. That's what they do. They've won 7 games this year with Caleb Williams playing outstanding at the quarterback position. And when it gets to the fourth quarter, this team's very calm. And last night, we're sitting there watching this game. I said, he's going to find a way to win the game. He is unbelievable how he can throw a football with accuracy off platform. I mean, you want to actually keep Caleb Williams in the pocket. You don't want him to leave the pocket because that's when all the craziness starts. He runs around, he throws like hook shots, he throws underneath balls. He just finds ways to get the ball down the field.
Yeah, but all of that didn't happen without the Bears defense. I mean, look at the difference between the first half when Green Bay was doing whatever they wanted and the second half when their first 3 drives were 3 and out. In the fourth drive, they only had 5 plays in that drive. So I thought defensive coordinator Dennis Allen did a fantastic job of cranking up pressure on Jordan Love because they didn't get to him at much of any in the first half. But in the second half, he was clearly feeling the heat from that Chicago Bears defense.
Caleb Williams threw for nearly 200 yards in that fourth quarter. Also, the Bears scored 25 points, but it was a costly one. They lost their linebacker, T.J. Edwards, and their left tackle, Ozzie Trapillo, to season-ending injuries.
What a scene there in Carolina for the fans. What an effort by a team that really no one predicted would win that game, but on go the Rams. All right, so Matthew Stafford, it looked like he injured his finger on his right hand there. He hit it on a Panthers defender in the second quarter. I know he didn't come out of the game or miss a play, but what can you tell us about Stafford and his health?
And he didn't miss a play, but he missed some passes after that, and his completion percentage dropped after he banged his finger. He said after the game, it wasn't pleasant. His adrenaline helped him get through the game, but he's going to undergo tests today in Los Angeles that could reveal a sprained right pointer finger. Now, we'll see how that plays out, but obviously that'll be an issue in the second round. May get an extra day to rest, may not, but he was able to stay in the game, finish it, and lead them to victory in dramatic fashion. So clearly it looks like he'll be able to play, but clearly that finger was not entirely right yesterday once he injured it.
Yeah, let's talk about the Bears last night, just before I let you go, because their MO all season long has been these comebacks. That was their 7th fourth quarter comeback. What impressed you about what they were able to do last night?
Incredible. And as a former defensive player, you just know this Bear team is never going to die, but the Packer defense are going to see certain plays for the rest of their lives, really. I mean, this little bust here by the linebackers, number 3 comes across. Quay Walker, does he have him? Does McDuffie have him? There's miscommunication on the goal line inside the 10. And then this one here, it's just a fake wide receiver screen and go, but he bites. Carrington Valentine bites. I mean, these are the type of plays when seasons end, defenders see these plays in their sleep. They're nightmares, and the Packer defense are going to have to live with that. But Chicago, love the city, love the team. Can't believe that they're going on. They just keep doing it. These Bears will never die, Hannah. I love it.
I know. Wasn't it great? It was fantastic. They're actually resurrected. I mean, we got to say the Bears, they came close, but they're going to play either the Eagles or the Rams, and they're going to get them at home next week.
And they can beat either of them.
There you go. I love. See, you heard it right here. Can't wait to see you on Countdown, Teddy. Thanks for joining us on SportsCenter.